Hello, it's 5 minutes past 5 minutes ago. This is the Bugle Network News from buglecorp.com and I am Andrew Pegler. And coming up today, a new study finds that the theory of relativity has black holes in it. We speak exclusively to both the haves and the have-yots. And we'll also talk to a greenie midget who's just chained himself to a bonsai tree. But first up, let's take a look at this week's opinion polls.
Deal with the facts, not the alleged motives. This government is bad, bad, I tell you. It's a mob of jillybacks. I'm not too sure, but it'll be better than...
I'm sorry to interrupt your question with an answer there, but...
I reckon I should sell Tasmania to the Arabs. That'll fix them.
The opinion polls there showing what an important role they play in our democracy and how they're really freeing up our politicians to think long term. Tom? Well, to media news now, and Rupert Murdoch's recently estranged third wife, Wendy Dang, will take over control of Australia as early as next week, after the couple finalised their divorce settlement this morning. Under the agreement, Mr Murdoch will retain control of the United States and Britain, with the scraps, as one Murdoch ally described it, going to Ms Dang. Ms Dang said she needed a hobby and has always wanted to run a small to medium-sized country in the Asia-Pacific region. She said in a statement, quote, "I'm really excited about getting to know more about this important part of the company." The development is likely to create further uncertainty in Australian political circles, however, with analysts uncertain as to who Ms Dang will install as the country's next Prime Minister. And now it's time for Clive Palmer News. I wish you'd stop doing that. Now, where was I? That's right. And now it's time for Clive Palmer News. Stop that! As we all know, Professor Clive Palmer's grey matter is always ticking over, and now he's a parliamentarian. And boy, has it been ticking. That's right. The professor has just announced that he plans to lead a bid to hold the next Winter Olympics in Brisbane. Snow? Forget about it. Professor Palmer plans to buy the actual iceberg that sank the original Titanic and then hitch that to his new Titanic that he's building and sail that puppy all the way back up to Brizzy. From there, he plans to talk at it about his vision for Australia, and the hot methane generated will melt off massive sheets of ice, which he'll strategically place around Brisbane for that all-important Winter Olympics look and feel. Don't tell me the Winter Olympics Committee won't go bonkers over this gem from the professor. Tony? Well, that's all from the Bugle Network newsroom. I'm Andrew Pegler, and let me leave you with a heartwarming image of Australian nature at its very, very best. A falcon nesting in a tree.